Look at that. Tell me that isn't just super freaking cool. But one thing him and I were talking about that we both agreed on is that we wish this stuff was out there reprintable so anybody could have access to this stuff. And this video is going to be kind of an experiment to see if you guys got any interest, because this is about the best way I can figure out how to affordably get these books in every Mopar guy's hands. That way they have free use of this knowledge so they don't have to spend... Well, howdy everybody, welcome to a new kind of video. This is mostly just come check out some sweet parts, let me tell you some sweet stories, and the little Sterling kit steam engine still brings me much joy. But, alright, to the purpose of this video. So recently I was perusing eBay, and every once in a while I get this feeling to get on there and search something, and I had this feeling to search Mopar performance catalogs, and sorry for not actually being the super knowledgeable guy everybody thinks I am, but I never knew they made this book, and I really had to have it. It was only 30 bucks. I mean, it was 10 bucks originally, but this is a really cool book, so I shared it on Facebook because I like collecting books like this. I think they're super awesome. So I recently got this catalog. I shared a photo of it on Facebook just because I'm a nerd like that, and I like collecting this kind of stuff. It's kind of like if you were an archaeologist and you found a T-Rex skull. This is not quite it. This is like finding a pinky toe of a T-Rex, more or less. But it's still freaking neat for a Mopar guy. And so I was sharing my enthusiasm on this book. And I was talking to a couple of viewers, actually. Yeah, I shared it on Facebook here, and I have a couple of viewers on here. I don't mind, you know, adding viewers and stuff, just as long as, you know, they send me a message and I make sure they don't want to wear my face as a loincloth. You know, that's my biggest thing. So right here, Tony Miles, I want to give him a shout out because I bought some valve covers from him not long ago, and I got an unboxing video with him, and I will decide whether or not I'm going to include it in this video or not right here. But if you didn't see the valve cover unboxing, it's because I decided to do more with that video, and you have to wait to see that. But anyways, he had the idea someone needs to reprint literature like this because sometimes it's not easy to find, and sometimes when you do find it, it's daggone expensive. With that being the case, it's just very unfortunate. You know, a lot of guys like me, I didn't even know the Circle Track book existed. And even my buddy Chris Birdsong was on here, and he's like, dang, I need that. And I'm like, well, dude, here. Because I just wanted it because I thought it was neat. Well, one of my recent viewers I got into contact with, Corey Krause, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right, sir, has this freaking awesome land yacht here. And if that car doesn't look somewhat familiar, well, it's because his car, his 69 here, 70, is the same white with a black vinyl top treatment as my 69 300 we recently acquired, mainly because I wanted the daggone thing, and you guys said we should get it. And he's one of the guys I got met up with, and let me tell you, the C-Body crowd are some of the coolest Mopar guys in the world because everything is cool to them. So yeah, so Corey, seeing that I enjoy these kinds of magazines and collect them, he decided, hey, I've got a couple of those, let's just kick it around. That's awesome. And of course, one thing led to another, and he just wanted to give me these, and I'm like, you know what, dude, at least let me send you a couple t-shirts or decals or something. I got to repay you somehow. Hell, let me just pay for the stuff in here because it's worth something to me. He agreed on a t-shirt and a couple stickers. Well, I'm going to hand him a handful of stickers, you know, however many, figure how many cars he has and give him 2 per car. But I figured, you know, it's kind of one thing I did at Mopars in the park that was really freaking cool. So I was trading my t-shirts, just like, kind of like, knocking 20 or 30 bucks off a price or something. That was awesome. It was pretty neat. So let's get right into what Corey sent us. Alrighty, so I have messed around with trying to get music playing in the background. Couldn't get anything happy with that. And all I have gotten to do is actually pull these out of the package and just go, oh my god, that is super cool. So enough delaying. Let's just go ahead and get right into this because I'm trying to make this video way more entertaining than it needs to be when the real focus is just on Corey's awesome donation here. Technically, we'll call it a trade because I am trading him stuff for it, but we have a direct connection SP7 of April 15th, 1976. I do not have this in my collection, so that is fantastic. He sent me a whole bunch of Chrysler bulletins. We're going to go through these in a bit. I do believe we have a duplicate set of magazines, so these are both 1976 SP7, so I would be more than happy if anybody out there has a need for this book or they would like it and are happening to be at maybe No Name Nationals, if this video comes out before then, let me know. I will bring it with me. Maybe we can do some horse trading. So we have the 1976 catalog, and then we have this gem. Look at that, the California Flash right there. Special Parts Catalog of July 1st of 1975 SP6. I will stroke this book like empty. Anyways, so let's not be weird, super weird. Let us start with, well, we got to start with April of 1970. Oh no, this one's 1975. So we're going to start with 1975, the Special Parts Catalog. So, you guys ready? Alright, let's dive right into this. I mean, just look at the cover art. Look at the dual plug aluminum Hemi covers, which I have like 3 sets of. Just all the Mopar. I have a bunch of these boxes. The Excel distributor right there. Oh, the Keen Eye. That is not just an Excel distributor. That is a twin drive Excel. Very similar to probably what Butch Leo had on his California Flash Pro Stock car. That is super freaking cool, because I bet you his car's got these valve covers on it, and oh, that's freaking cool. Bet you he's got hooker headers, blah 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 blah. Anyways, this is what I call the true greatness. Now, if anybody wants to pause on a page, please do so, because I'm looking through this as I look through a book, and we all look through books a different way. So here's your moment. Take that still frame, because I'm moving on. Because I would like to sit here and read this book to you, but we don't have that freaking long. I'm here for most of the pictures. Ooh, Barracuda. Ah, the Hemi. My eye is always drawn right to the Hemi. And then we have another, the John Tedder Barracuda. Oh, this is super cool. So if you guys want to read this on your own, here you go. This is one of the things that I was talking about with Tony Miles, one of my viewers who's super cool, got a really awesome W2 engine. Look at that. Look at that blow. Look at that. Tell me that isn't just super freaking cool. But one thing him and I were talking about that we both agreed on is that we wish this stuff was out there reprintable so anybody could have access to this stuff. And this video is going to be kind of an experiment to see if you guys got any interest in it. Because this is about the best way I can figure out how to affordably get these books in every Mopar guy's hands. So that way they have free use of this knowledge, so they don't have to spend, you know, if you buy one of these books one at a time, 30 bucks a piece, well, how many of those are you going to wind up having? Look at the D5 heads. Oh, those are D6s. Oh, that's even better. And, well, D6s actually have their own caveats. Let me guess, that's the 487 part number? Yep, the problem with D6 heads is they actually have porosity issues. Finnegan was actually looking at putting twin plug Hemis together for that crappy Daytona he had. And he was showing off the heads. I think they were a 485 casting, I believe. And very similar, which don't mind the cat scratch. Anybody's noticing that's from my little one. I'm not kidding. But D6 heads were known to having a lot of porosity issues. But this is one of those things like what Tony and I were both talking about, is let's get this information out there for everybody. So while we're looking through this, I'm going to share some information, you know, on some of this stuff that I've learned over the years from my Hemi gurus and my Mopar friends and all my mentors and knowledge guys, because I only know a fraction of what there is to know in the Mopar world, and there is so much more to be learned. So yeah, there we go. These are pretty neat valve covers. I'll be honest with you, they are about as thin as gold Morosos or anything like that. So if you want a pair of those, be leery. They are really bad about breaking right here, right where like your bolt would go. If you over tighten, you'll break that, and then they're ruined. You're not welding that area up where the dang. Had one like that, I got screwed on, couldn't fix it. Chrome, however, if you've got a pair of these, you have a set of gold. They're worth their weight in gold or better. Not making them anymore, and everybody wants a pair, including me. I had to settle on a really crappy pair, but I'd rather have a crappy pair than no pair at all for my aluminum Hemi. Sorry, Mike, you can't have them, buddy. So here we are on the connecting rod bolt page. Oh, and there's some pistons. Yeah, this is going to be one of those pages where the geeks will come out. And that is no offense to anybody who nerds out on this stuff. You guys are awesome. You guys are like me. Except I mostly geek out at like tunnel rams and intakes and that kind of stuff. Like, this is just neat to be able to see what you used to be able to order. And I know I don't want this to turn into, oh, well, back in the day, you know, you could get anything and you could walk out of there with $50 extra or $500 extra, you know, whatever. You gotta remember, if we step back into 1976, we gotta take $1976 with us. And $1976, it doesn't go as far as a lot of us would like to imagine it would. I wasn't alive in 1976. My dad was little-ish. No, he was in middle school or high school. So yeah, I mean, completely different world. Don't compare it to today's world, because that's one way on how to ruin the hobby. What we can do is look at these and just remember cross rams and tunnel rams. The nice thing is, if you want a Hemi tunnel or cross ram, A&A still reproduces this exact one, and it's actually better than the originals. Tunnel ram, well, you used to be able to pick the Y and Hemi tunnel rams up for about $200-300. Well, those days are kind of gone, unfortunately. But maybe you can still find one in a swap meet. Ooh, that is everything the Pro Stock Hemi had on it. Everything. Sling and pickup, the lines. Yep, it had this entire kit. And I actually got some of that stuff from a retired drag racer who used to race nitro Hemis, race funny cars. Friend of a friend from my good friend Tom Roseman, who helped teach me everything I know as far as Hemis. Look at that. Now that's one thing. Anybody wants to complain about good old days? Can we get real old school funny cars back? Have you watched Australia's funny car circuit? That is the coolest stuff in the world. Their funny cars look like funny looking cars. That was my phone. Don't mind that. Look at that. We got a nice exploded view of small block stuff. Good. Well, actually it's A engine, technically. Alright, we got small block stuff. Cylinder heads. Let's see. We should have, I would imagine, some W2 stuff in here, I believe. I would hope so. I do not know exactly when W2 came out, so don't crucify me for not knowing that. And we got pistons. Look at all these pistons. Oh, let's see if they've got 360 pistons. Brian was wanting a set of 360s. So let's see here. 340, 340, 355. That's for actually the NASCARs that we were just looking at. More 340 stuff. Lots of 340 options, actually. Holy crap. You building a 340 in 1975? You got just as many options today as you did back then. Maybe more back then, actually. Man, all these are like 340. I don't know if I'm just in the 340 section, but I would have figured that they would have had some 360 stuff, but heck if I know. Maybe we got to go to 1976. Maybe that's when they started going to that. Ooh, super stock with manual 4-speed. Cam Dynamics cam. I'm going to need to write down that part number. 284 42705. Or if you got an automatic, it's the 278 284 413 42706. Which, my knowledge as far as cams, that would be your duration number and that'd be your lift before rocker ratio. I don't know if I'm correct on that. I'm just speaking out my butt. Look at the stock eliminator. The cheater cam. They don't even list the specs on it. It's just called the cheater. That's super cool. Ooh, tunnel ram. And an Edelbrock at that. Ooh. I don't know which version it is. The TR5? Yep, TR5. And an LD340 intake. Look at that. That is super cool. Edelbrock, can you guys make the LD340 again? Because, yeah, they're a little overpriced for what they're worth, for what they are, really. So, yeah, you guys need to make those again. Windage trays, right angle oil filter adapter, Miss Mighty Mopar. You just can't beat the Year Duster. It's just like Brian's Duster over at Dust Devil Garage. Sorry, I'm getting a little dry mouthed here. Bead block wedges, the first fire eaters. The new NASCAR Hemi ran first in 1964, Daytona 64, and stole the show, but pre-1964, Mopar's big wedges were the headliners. In 1962, packaged 413 and 413 cubic inch cross ram monsters, the big wedges took to the streets, making Mopars the leaders of the muscle car movement. Driven by Richard Petty, they stormed the NASCAR ovals on the nation's drag strips. They made super stock superheroes of Dick Landy, the Ram Chargers, and the Golden Commandos. Whew. Anyways, yeah, that was me trying to be cool. And here we got an exploded view of a what? A B engine? Look at that. Not much different than an RB, but just enough different that, well, parts don't interchange that much. Cylinder heads do basic stuff. You can machine the cranks to interchange. Well, you can machine the RB crank to fit in this one. Ooh. I want a pair of those. Anybody of my viewers got a pair of those valve covers watching into the 10-minute mark? God bless you. You guys are amazing. Of course, it's longer than that, actually, but I would like a pair of those. Ooh, there we go. Some 400 pistons. Yes, please. Do we have 400 forged pistons? I bet you we do. Because we're going to need some. Valve gear, camshafts, all that stuff. Like I said, guys, if you want to pause on one of these pages, I'm going too fast for you, or I'm not giving enough attention to one page, please let me know. Kind of just this page was mostly just a bunch of rebuttal stuff. Ooh, look at this. The number 10 1964 Plymouth sprint car. Not really sprint car, but oval car or something. Slant 6 section. Anybody wants the numbers on these slant 6 parts right here? There you go. I know there's a lot of guys out there wanting slant 6 stuff, and yeah, there's not a lot out there. Well, of course, the Mopar catalog has a front and a back page dedicated to slant 6s, so that's all you get, apparently, because we're on the electrical section. The truck-mounted battery kit. Yep, I've seen those on eBay, and I've always kind of wanted to have one. I doubt I'd ever use it. It's one of those things where I just like to have it. Alright, sorry about that. I had to get a drink because, good lord, have you ever tried to talk and look through one of these catalogs the entire time? Fuel systems. We got carburetors now. Look at that. Well, 1150 Holly. There we go. That's what we want. Ooh, there's an IR. IR 6214. I do have one of those. A 6214 is an 1150 IR manifold tunnel ram car. Oh, neat. And then there's the 1150 Race Hemi engine IR with a plenum race prepared by Chrysler. So if you have a 6605A 1150, it's even more special. It's an IR designed to have an upper plenum, which is actually defeats the whole purpose of having that. But anyways, We got your generic Holley carburetors, fuel pump, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, headers. Yeah, I'm a weirdo for headers. I'm right here. All right, I'm gonna leave this page kind of broad for you guys because I'm gonna look at headers. My good lord, never mind. Look at how small that text is. I got to bring you guys up for a close-up. This is just neat. Alright, let's see here what they got. We got Lakewood scatter shields. Do we have an Anson listed? Nope. Just Lakewoods. That's fine. I'm an Anson guy. I like my Anson hydroform steel unit that's in Jezebel. Of course, I can't get no kind of parts that really work with it, but it's neat. I like to be different. Ram Charger Duster. I have never seen that car before. Look at that thing. Where was the monocoque wheels on it, I believe? I bet Backwoods Performance would know, or Backyard Performance. Backwoods? Brian Hobbs, you know who I'm talking about. There we go. Some transmission parts. Look at that. 4-speed stuff. Look at all that gloriousness. You want an aluminum case 833. There's your part number. There's an aluminum. Ooh, I can use these to actually identify parts I have. Oh. So that's another reason why, you know, having this information out there for everybody to share and use. God, I hope someone out there actually watches this video and gets something out of it, because this is going to be either the world's most boring video in the world, or it's going to be pretty daggone interesting. More freaking the Moroso Performance Duster. Just lots of race dusters. And that tells you something right there if you're going to build a race car. We all like, I was about to say A-bodies are the best race cars because they're lightweight, but that CUDA right there, yep. Take that back. Alright, we're looking at torque flight stuff now. Not typically my cup of tea, my mojo, but I will leave this page up for Mr. Cope in case he wanted to look. Because if you need an automatic transmission and you're a Mopar guy, John Cope at Cope Racing Transmissions, aka CRT, is where you need to go. And look at that. Anybody ever want to know the difference between a 7260 and a 7290? Is the difference between a 2 1/8 and 2 5/8 with diameter. And then, of course, there's your nice exploded view of your drive shaft. Rear axle. Ooh, look at that bad boy right there. Is that the Reed Wisnet car? Yes. That thing is serious looking. Dana 60s. Oh, yeah, this is a good book. Corey, you are the man. And I mean that in a great way, because this is... I have a bunch of these, but it never matters if I open one of these for the first time or I'm getting to look at one for the very first time. These are always just the coolest things in the world. And thank you for donating this to me, well, technically trading it, so we can share it with everybody in the YouTube land. So if everybody watched this video would at least drop a comment thanking Corey and telling him his badass car is seriously badass, I'm sure he would appreciate that. Oop, now we're in the pinion snubbers. We're almost to the end here of this catalog. Oh, that's amazing. This is just beyond super cool. I wonder if they got the memorabilia in the back. Oop, nope, but we got a dandy Dick Landy picture of the Duster. That is gorgeous. I wonder if that's the one like Patrick has. Patrick has a Dick Landy Duster, but I can't remember if it's that one or a different one. We got spoilers for vans, and ooh, yep, Dad will be stealing this book for sure, because the van section, ooh, look at that. The Stuart Warner tachometer, I have several of those actually. Van murals, you could buy the murals? No way. The direct connection license plate, the original lock and spare tire, and look at that. Dodge Direct Connection Plymouth decal. I bet you that Plymouth decal that's in the Barracuda is right there. It's in the windshield. That is amazing. I'd love to have some of those Direct Connection big decals, but probably have something like that. And then, of course, who wouldn't buy one of these jackets and shirts like seriously, in patches. Like I would take everything on this page, even if it cost me like 2 months of pay, I'd save up, because yeah, that's amazing. That is super cool. Corey, thank you very much for giving us some entertainment. Originally I was going to show through all of the catalogs here, but we're going to use this as a test. If you guys enjoyed this, which this is a long video already, technically, you let me know. I will sit down and I will film the 1976 catalog, and I will also go through all of these bulletins with you guys. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see that, and we'll put something together. And by the way, all of these bulletins are dated. So yeah, we're going from 76 to 77. Yeah, there's some pretty neat stuff in here. So you guys let me know what you want to see. If this is something you want to see maybe at a later date, let me know that too, because otherwise I got to put time aside to focus on a bigger video. So as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the next video. Ah, heck, who am I kidding? You know what, Tony, I own it to you, buddy. We're gonna throw in that unboxing from you, and we're gonna show you guys just exactly what this valve cover, well, and its mate looked like before making it look like this. And if you wanted to see the process on how I got this thing looking just the way I did without using our monster Jag sandblasting cabinet that I'm still working on a review video. I've been working with this thing for probably 5 months now, doing an extensive review on this for you guys to make sure everybody gets the best bang for their buck. And I go ahead and tell you, yes, just if you want a big sandblasting cabinet, because this thing is monstrous. I've done fender well headers. You could put an engine block, a transmission in that thing. It is fan-freaking-tastic. So you know what? Don't even wait for the review video. Take my advice. If you want a big cabinet, that's the way to go. But that's not what I'm here for. Because it was an entirely different process to get that valve cover looking the way it is. So here's to a little unboxing with Anna for Tony's valve cover setup. And I tell you a little bit of a story. As always, guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. So as always, take care, and alrighty everybody, so this is a different kind of video, man, because we just got all these packages. You know, we got Amazon stuff, or, well, we're actually filming a video on the 300, dropping an engine in it. But I met a really cool guy on Facebook by the name of Tony Miles, and of course I've marked out our information so that way nobody is weird. And so I want to tell this quick story before I open this package and let you know what this video is about. Anna, turn around. There will be a review video on that thing. Win one, that thing's a lot of fun. Win one K2 electric mini bike, anybody if they want to know. So anyways, I was just perusing Facebook, trying not to buy anything one night, and sorry. Anyways, so I was perusing Facebook, and I was going through one of the Mopar pages, and I saw a guy had a set of Mopar wide W2 covers like what I have on the Duster. And I was like, well, you don't see those pop up very often. And so I was curious what he was asking. And he was looking for like offers on value and what people would offer to give him. And it turned into a whole bidding war conundrum, as those posts always do. And you know, nobody was actually helpful to Mr. Miles. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I felt like, you know what? The highest bid was $250 on his post, and you know what? Just in case, you know, that guy backs out, because we all know guys like that on the internet do that. So I wrote on there, if no one else will pay the $250, I will, because I think those valve covers are worth it. They've got some customized work done to them, and I figured, you know, good faith in people, someone would upbid them, or, you know, the guy would come through. Well, I got a message from Mr. Tony, and as it turns out, he's a viewer. And not only is he a viewer, but he's super freaking cool. He's got a W2 engine. He said I helped inspire him to keep it going. And hearing that was like a big inspiration, and he's actually down in Mississippi, and we're actually planning a trip to the Edelbrock show in October to go to Mississippi to see our buddy William, and I'll be going with my buddy Brian, and actually it's going to be cool. We might get met up and everything. So one of those things where like every time I've met one of you guys who watch these videos, I can honestly say I have the coolest group of viewers in the world because you guys are the coolest group of people. And I told Tony, just because he was so daggone cool to deal with, that we would do this unboxing on camera. Mainly because I kind of wanted to. Alrighty.
I love packing paper.
I know. It's not packing peanuts.
Yeah.
What did we just do? Oh yeah, we did the Gary painting and he had packing peanuts and they're just enough. Oh
Ooh.
yes. I forgot, he said he gave me the bolts too.
Ooh.
So what makes these ones different from the ones on my Duster's engine is the fins have been milled off.
I see that.
And I actually kind of like that. Because, you know, I could strip this paint off and these things would be very polishable. Very nice shape. Welded in a baffle right there. I'm okay with that. Got an AN fitting here. And
oh my gosh,
a jegged welding bung that is exceptionally tight. Okay. Might be a little too tight for me. Tony is obviously stronger than me. Alrighty, well, I am very happy with these. Actually, these are freaking cool as shit. Thank you very much, Mr. Tony, for posting these up, and I'm glad you and I were able to make a deal because even if I never use these, I know they're gonna look cool hanging on the wall. And technically these will fit any LA engine, so I think I might try and polish these bad boys up. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but just wanted to make a little video for everybody out there that never lose faith in your fellow car guys. Stay positive, help each other out, and well, just don't be a crappy person, you know. When you see someone on Facebook or on the internet asking for advice and help them. And don't be a butthole, you know. So that's my PSA. I hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing. Now I'm gonna go back to work on the 300, so that way you guys got another video to watch. Well guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed putting it together and showing off this stuff. And like I said, leave me a comment down below on what you think. And of course, I'm hoping to see you guys at this year's No Name Nationals 2024 event. It's funny to think that literally next Friday that thing and most of our crew is going to be in Sykeston, Missouri, having a blast with all of the coolest YouTube guys and gals, along with viewers who are there, hopefully to support us and just meet. That's one of the coolest things about that event, is getting to meet all of the other cool YouTubers and getting to meet the viewers and just see all the interactions that we all have with one another. Of course, I want to thank everybody who watched the header fix video, which, by the way, paint is holding up just fine. So yeah, the Coot is ready to rock and roll, make her actual debut drag racing appearance. So here's to that, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and gals there. And well, if you can't make it, unfortunately you have to wait until the videos come out, but hope you can. If you can't, like I said, the videos will be out at some point. So as always guys, hope to see you in the next one. So as always, take care and bye-bye. We gotta blow the whistle. This isn't even a video for Sterling here, but here we are, yet again, playing with the daggone steam engine. I'm sorry. All right, well, stop messing with the steam engine. I think we just ran out of fuel anyway, so. Are you done now? Okay.